Today I will be showing you how you can get started with electronics prototyping in Tinkercad. This will allow you to start your journey in electronics without the need for a physical kit. Tinkercad is an online application which allows you to make projects in 3D design as well as electronics. In this video we will be focusing on Tinkercad circuits. Tinkercad can be a great starting point for beginners since it offers the user the ability to design, code as well as test your circuits on the same platform. You can actually check out the simulated output of your project and verify if it's something that will actually work in real life. In this video, I will show you how you can build this circuit. It consists of an Arduino Uno, a potentiometer and some LEDs. As you turn the knob, the LED that is triggered keeps shifting right or left depending on which way you're turning. Alright, now that you've seen the output, let's look at how you can do it too. After starting a new project on Tinkercad, the first set of components we will be using are the Arduino Uno and the breadboard. The Arduino board is the controller as well as the source of power in this circuit. The breadboard on the other hand is just a tool that helps you connect components together. Let's now connect the voltage lines to the breadboard. I generally use this particular template for a lot of my projects involving the Arduino. Now let's take an LED from the components list and place it on the breadboard. The LED is a simple component which requires a particular voltage difference to turn on. So that the LED is protected from too much current, we need to connect an appropriate resistor along with it. Let's keep this resistor at 470 ohms. If you notice the right leg of the LED, it is labeled as the anode, which is the positive terminal, and the left is the cathode, which is the negative terminal. This means that you need to supply a higher voltage on the right side. Let's connect the anode to digital pin 2. The cathode is already connected to the resistor, so let's connect the other end of the resistor to the ground rail. The next step is to code the circuit to see if it's working. The circuit to test the LED is quite simple. All we need to do is tell the Arduino to set pin 2 at a high voltage so that it starts supplying current to the LED. Now the current has a complete path from pin number 2 to the ground pin and it will start flowing as soon as you click on simulate. To make the actual project, we will need a potentiometer and some more LEDs and resistors. Take the required components from the right tab and place it on the breadboard as shown. The connections for the LEDs will remain quite similar. The only difference is that the anode for each will now be connected to other digital pins. The potentiometer is the sensing component in our project. The pot, as it's commonly referred to, is a 3-pin component where the outer pins are connected to 5V and ground. The center pin is called as a wiper pin and this is where the actual voltage sensing happens. Let's connect this to analog in A0. As you turn the potentiometer, the value that the Arduino senses changes from 0 to 1024. So to get the LEDs to work in this range, we need to map each LED to the appropriate band in that range. To keep the math simple, I will be using a band of 200 steps. So that means whenever the sensor reading is in a particular band, it will trigger that particular LED. Let's try programming the circuit for the first LED and band. The steps involved will look something like this. If the potentiometer value is less than 200, then glow the LED connected on pin number 2, else switch it off. When we try out this program, we see that the LED only glows for a particular band while turning the potentiometer. Expanding on this idea, we can now try to control 5 LEDs using a similar approach. The complete program should look something like this. Once the program is ready, you can try out the simulation to see if everything is in place and verify the project. So this was a project that you can complete in Tinkercad along with the simulation without the need for any physical parts. If you're keen on knowing more, you can check out some of our courses on our website easyrobopro.com. We have a course specially for Arduino where we build up your knowledge right from the fundamentals and move on to more advanced projects. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.